are underway in Buffalo. On the return, it's McKenzie. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. That comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both. And at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's the first carry of the game for Zach Moss. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. This ball complete to the tight end, Sweeney. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run on 1st down with Moss. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 2nd down, Singletary, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
They run here with Singletary. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd down now, Singletary. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Touchdown, Bills! Dawson Knox, a touchdown grab from Josh Allen, and the Bills have taken the early lead. quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taylor now to return it. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. They'll be led by the Heisman finalist from a season ago, the rookie from Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there were many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster, and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
They go play action here on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 where probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. Now Harris. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. They brought the house that time on a young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break up their routes quickly as well.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To give this a Singletary, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And this effort will not get it done. run. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
The kick by Bass is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now it's on the defense. They may decline and take the points. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They will run with Singletary, and he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And he's got it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal, but you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. Eluding the press, and he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Christian Barmore able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Allen now on 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Tommy Sweeney from 3 yards out. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Taylor now from the end zone. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He'll just do it before every game. The team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they enter the half.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And the throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off play action. Jones. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Jones now. The play fake. He's got it complete to Aguilar. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Kendrick Bourne as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3 to 1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Extra point up and good by Folk, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. McKenzie returning it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Patriots take it over to start quarter number 3. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Jones throwing on first down. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Off the play fake. Jones. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And it's going to be batted down. We'll go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now a run with Singletary. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now Allen. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. And this a 39-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting through.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change, because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here.
A contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A big play there for New England.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll dump this down to Stevenson. Not much there, only a yard.
All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
throw again on second down. Jones flushed out right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him. A throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to drop that one free.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. Checking this down to Stevenson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running and it can turn into a big game downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and moving into a short game.
Right side, Myers. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, and that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
On the return, it's McKenzie. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here, right at the 30-yard line. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. And we'll see if he opts for a heavier dose of running plays, because running is where they've had more success than in the passing game.
And the way they've spread it around to different people running it as well. It's not just been one principal guy who's carried the thing and moved the game forward for them. Whoever has touched it has given him good yardage. I think he's going to stay with that game plan. It takes the pressure off of him as a thrower.
And a team effort, and they're winning on the scoreboard. They'll start with the option. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
On 2nd down, Singletary, and he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. That'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To the air, Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. A short gain there of just 4. That'll bring up a 4th down. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Matt Hawk now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Olszewski now to return. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. New England's offense set to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The 31, Jones gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Harris. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. High throw, but the catch is made. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 38. Now a first carry for Brandon Bolden. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block it, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Looking to throw. Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding is finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for. That time it costs them.
Still fourth down.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Gonna try it here. He's back to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result could be something you don't like.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. Throwing to start the drive. Allen on the left side, he finds Beasley. And he'll wind up picking up about 4, as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. Singletary again, and they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Hawk now, standing just about on his own goal line. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. On the return is Olszewski. So that one will be accepted. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own. He's going to let it fly. That went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught one-handed. Oh my, pulled it in. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Jones. And that too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath. And lets us exhale a little. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle is inbounds.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge point in the game. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dive. Here's Jones. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it'll be intercepted. Picked out by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills have just about sewn up this football game. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, third and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger, that dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football, all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.
Post-game report players stats.